أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My dear respected brothers and sisters in faith, inshallah today we are going to start the explanation of Laamiyyah poem of Ibn Taimiyyah. The Laamiyyah of Ibn Taimiyyah. So we are going to explain a short commentary on the Laamiyyah poem of Ibn Taimiyyah. And as a student of knowledge, or if you are not even student of knowledge, you know who Ibn Taimiyyah is. You heard a lot of stories, the life of Ibn Taimiyyah. So I'm not going back to give you the life history of Ibn Taimiyyah. You already know who Ibn Taimiyyah is. But I'm going to go straight in the book. In the poem is about Islamic greed, about Aqidah. So in the beginning, he said, يا سائلي عن مذهبي وعقيدتي رزق الهدى من للهداية يسأل. So the first poem, Ibn Taimiyyah is saying, يا سائلي, oh one who asks, oh one who is asking me, عن مذهبي, is asking about my madhab. What is my madhab? وعقيدتي, and what is my aqidah? What is my aqidah? He said, Ya Sa'ili, oh the one who is asking. Like someone is asking Ibn Taimiyyah, can you tell us what is your madhab and what is your aqidah? Tell us something about your aqidah and your madhab. So Ibn Taimiyyah now is going to explain to him, or is going to explain to the world, what is his madhab and what is his aqidah. That's why he said, Ya Sa'ili, oh the one who is asking me, An madhabi wa aqidati, he's asking about my madhab, my aqidah. He said, Ruzikal huda, guidance is granted to the person. Man lil hidayati yas'alu, to the one who asks for guidance. That means the person who is asking what is the madhab of Ibn Taimiyyah, what is the aqidah of Ibn Taimiyyah, so that he will know, and that is going to guide him. That's why he said Ruzikal huda, guidance is granted to who? Man lil hidayati yas'alu, to the one who asks what? Man lil hidayah, to the one who asks for what? Guidance. Then guidance is granted to that person. So like he's making dua, may Allah grant that person guidance. Why? Because he's asking to be guided. He's asking for guidance, to know the aqidah, to know the madhab of Ibn Taimiyyah. So as students of knowledge, always when we ask questions, we should ask questions that is going to benefit us. That's why he said Ruzikal huda, man, the one who is asking lil hidayati, is asking what? For guidance. He's asking the question not for him to challenge that scholar, that teacher. No, but he's asking that question for what? For guidance. Man lil hidayati yas'alu. So students of knowledge, we should learn this. When we ask questions, we ask for guidance. اسمع كلام محقق في قوله لا ينثني عنه ولا يتبدل. So Ibn Taimiyyah is asking, Isma, listen, the one who is asking my aqidah, my mazhab, Isma, listen to كلام محقق في قوله. The words. Listen to the speech of the one who is certain. Listen to the one who is certain in his speech. I want you to listen to the one who is certain in his speech. لا ينثني عنه ولا يتبدل. He is certain in his speech. He's not turning away from the speech that he said, or he's not changing that speech. He is certain in his speech. I want you to listen. Isma, listen to the words, to the speech of one who is not turning away from his speech or changing his speech. He is certain in his speech. اسمع كلام محقق في قوله لا ينثني عنه ولا يتبدل. So Ibn Taimiyyah is telling, he is certain in his speech. Whatever he said, is not going to turn away from that speech, or is not going to change it, unless he found out what he said is wrong. Then he's going to correct his mistake. But if he knows what he said is true, according to the Quran and Sunnah, لا ينثني عنه ولا يتبدل. He's not going to change it, or he's not going to turn away from his speech. He is always certain in his speech. So brothers and sisters in faith, when learn something from this. Always do not, when you say something tomorrow, when the heat is too much on you, then you change. Or when you say something and the heat is too much, when people start to criticize you, then you start to change your stand. No, do not do that. Always be certain in your speech. Do not turn away or change your speech because of what people will say, because of what people are going to hate you or going to criticize you. You can take the pressure. Then you better keep quiet. Do not do the dawah. But if you want to do dawah, people are going to criticize you. People are going to insult you. People are going to say a lot of things about you. So Ibn Taimiyyah was saying, Isma, you asking his aqidah, his mazhab, so that you will be guided. He was asking, what for a reason? For guidance. So his words is telling you, his words, his speech are certain. It's not turning away from it, or it's not going to change it. He will change it unless he find out that he's wrong, what he said is wrong, then he will correct it. And he said, حُبُّ الصَّحَابَةِ كُلِّهِمْ لِي مَذْهَبُ. If you want to know my mazhab is the love of all the companions of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I love all the companions of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Ibn Taimiyyah is telling me he loves all the companions of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَمَوَدَّةُ الْقُرْبَى بِهَا أَتَوَسَّلُ. And through the love of the household of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I seek a means to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I love all the companions of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I'm not going to say I love this, I don't love the likes. Some people, they choose who to love among the companions of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But Ibn Taimiyyah said, no. كُلُّهُمْ لِي مَذْهَبُ. All the companions of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I love them. And وَمَوَدَّةُ الْقُرْبَى بِهَا أَتَوَسَّلُ. And the love of the household of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I seek means to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I'm making tawassul, I said, Allah, for the love you have for the household for Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I want you to do this for me. And he will seek means to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the love of the household of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if anyone tells Ibn Taimiyyah don't like, he dislike, he hate the household Ahlul Bayt of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, tell him he's not true. He said it's وَمَوَدَّةُ الْقُرْبَى بِهَا أَتَوَسَّلُ. So as a Muslim, you have to love all the companions of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you have to love the household of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Ibn Taimiyyah is telling you the love of the companions, all the companions of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu is his mazhab. He loved all of them. وَمَوَدَّةُ الْقُرْبَةِ, he loved the household of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even their love and the love that Allah has for them. يَأَتَوَسَّلُ, I seek guidance, I seek means to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, Allah, for your love for the household of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I want you to do this for me. أَتَوَسَّلُ وَلِكُلِّهِمْ قَدْرٌ عَلَى وَفَضَائِلُ لَكِنَّمَا الصِّدِّيقُ مِنْهُمْ أَفْضَلُ. So Ibn Taimiyyah said, وَلِكُلِّهِمْ, all of them, all of the companions of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, قَدْرٌ عَلَى, have a high rank. All of the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they have high rank. وَفَضَائِلُ, and they have virtue. They have fadl, virtue, they have it. All the companions of Rasulullah, they have high rank and they have virtues. But لَكِنَّمَا الصِّدِّيقُ مِنْهُمْ أَفْضَلُ, but the best among all the companions of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is who? Is Abu Bakr Siddiq. Is who? Is Abu Bakr Siddiq. But all of them, they have high rank and virtues. But Abu Bakr, لَكِنَّمَا الصِّدِّيقُ مِنْهُمْ أَفْضَلُ, Abu Bakr Siddiq among the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the best among all of them. And he said, وَأَقُولُ فِي الْقُرْآنِ مَا جَاءَتْ بِهِ آيَاتُهُ فَهُوَ الْكَرِيمُ الْمُنَزَّلُ. I say about the Quran that which has come. When I want to talk about the Quran, I said what is in the verses of the Quran. Ayatuhu, in his verses, it is a noble revelation. Quran is a noble revelation. It is the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a revelation to the Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Whatever comes in the Quran, أقول في القرآن, I said in the Quran, ما جاءت به آياته, what the verses of the Quran came with. That's فهو الكريم المنزل, that the Quran is a noble revelation. So I don't say anything that is not outside, that is not in the Quran. Anything I said, what the Quran said, that's what I said. That the Quran is a revelation, is a noble, فَهُوَ الْكَرِيمُ الْمُنَزَّلُ, is a noble revelation. He said, وَأَقُولُ مَا قَالَ اللَّهُ جَلَّ جَلَالُهُ وَالْمُسْتَقَى الْهَادِي وَلَا أَتَأَوَّلُ. And I say, Allah, the Majesty said. Whatever I said, Allah, the Majesty said. And the chosen one, Al-Mustafa. And the chosen one, Al-Hadi, the guide. وَلَا أَتَأَوَّلُ. And I do not distort the words. Whatever Allah said, that's what I said. Whatever the Prophet Mohammed sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, that's what I said. I don't do the ta'wil. I do not distort the words of Allah or the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Allah said he has hands, I said Allah has hands according to his majesty. When the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said Allah has ears, I said Allah has ears. The Prophet said, I do not distort the words of Allah or the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I said it the way it is. I do not distort the words. I do not change, but Allah has ears, Allah has eyes, Allah has hands. How? According to his majesty. I do not do ta'wil. I do not distort the words of Allah or the words of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What Allah said, that's what I said. What the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, that's what I said. I do not do ta'wil. No, that is not my mazhab. That is not my aqidah. Inshallah, we will stop here and we will continue next week, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. What we said, which is right, may Allah put in our mizan. What is wrong, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.